I'm about to release one of Ireland's best albums ever, mainly because I take my pen so serious. But there's something that I have to tell you. I should be honest with my viewers and I shouldn't hide the part that's most special about me. That is something that I might tell you now. It was very scary in a way because it was filled with a lot of therapy, a lot of people just trying to figure out what's going on with this young person because they people didn't know really. And most people sometimes say, especially in the past, they might not say it now, but in the past they used to say that it's a choice for LGBT and Q plus. It's a choice to feel a certain way. It's a choice. And then would you choose to be bullied every day? Would you choose to be the outcast every day? Would you choose to be the topic of jokes every day? And that's like, no, you definitely wouldn't. If anything, you choose the easy way out, like most people. And I feel like the time is now to represent because now there's a revolution. There's so much things that are changing in the world. And that space is still open. I asked myself and I was like, what is the point of wanting to be normal when you're not normal in that way? The world doesn't look at us as normal. Let's be real. They don't look at us as normal. I just took her top off in the Lambo. She gon' give me top up in the Lambo. I am Kkamii Kitana. I'm originally from South Africa, but there's something a little bit special. I'm mixed because my mom is Japanese and my dad's African. I moved to Ireland when I was 13 years old. It was very hard for me. I got very bullied in school because I was always myself, and everybody that knows me, I'm always myself regardless. I was getting bullied horribly. I had my own toilet. The principal, the staff and the principal was really good, and they thought it was very brave of me because we're talking about a long time ago. Some people have gender dysphoria, body dysmorphia, anything could be anything. It's that voice that's in your head that says, oh no, you don't look good, or change the color, or whatever. And that is something that has been so powerful for me, and that's something that I want to beat. I don't want that voice anymore in my head while I'm on set. Instead, I want people to be proud of who I am and say, wow, she did that. She came from whatever it may be, and look at her. She's still smiling and she's getting that award. She's getting that recognition. So coming from there to here, I've always just felt grateful and never let that bring me down in that way. And what kept me going was always just telling myself that they're gonna see. One day, they'll see. My book and my pen was my safe space, and music was my safe space. It really saved me so much. I used to write diaries when I was younger. My therapy was my pen and my paper. And eventually I just started looking at music, and then we had the queen of rap, Nicki Minaj. She came along. She showed everyone how to do it. And now I feel like that is also what has inspired me. The fact that she also came from nowhere, that she also takes her game serious. She also showed me that if you add a beat to words, you can actually make a poem. I have my album coming out. The album covers 3 years of survival of the fittest. Through these 3 years, I've lost so many people. I've gained so many people. It's been a lot of emotions. I started writing my album when I was in a relationship. That relationship ended. He was the love of my life. He was the love of my life. But you know what I've learned about love? You can never unlove someone. I think once you love someone, you can never unlove them, because I don't think the human heart works that way. Even though sometimes you might feel like you hate them, even though you might feel like you can't be in the same room as them or in any, perspective in that way. And I actually talk about it in my song. It's called Know That I Love You. I wrote that song that night that I broke up with him. Then a few months later, my mom passed. And then I think 4 months later, my dad passed. So the album covers everything about how I was from being on top of the world to having all the support and all this love, to feeling alone and to feeling, oh my gosh, it's really just you and your soul and your mental health. I should be honest with my viewers, and I shouldn't hide the part that's most special about me. That is something that I might tell you now. Most people don't know this about me, but they will now, and they're probably shocked. But I am trans. I'm transgender. I transitioned when I was 14 years old. But I thought that it is time to really talk about it, because people can connect with realness, and people can connect with people that are solid and real from the beginning. And I wanted to get the chance to tell my story. And I feel like the time is now to represent, because now there's a revolution. There's so much things that are changing in the world, and that space is still open. I asked myself, and I was like, what is the point of wanting to be normal when you're not normal in that way? I don't want to say that I don't feel proud to be trans, but there's a part of me that always wants to hide. I don't just want to be known for the girl that's trans. I feel like once people see this and once people find out more about me, I feel like everyone will just focus on the fact that I'm trans, and they'll forget that I'm the ill rapper. Let's be real. They don't look at us as normal. And that's okay. Because on paper, we're probably not. And that's okay too. But I want people to respect us. All have a story. And it's time to really talk the truth. I transitioned when it was a very different time. So it was filled with a lot of confusion from people, just people that are like always wanting to find out what's wrong and somehow always want to victimize you. We are who we are, regardless. You know what I mean? We don't need sympathy points. If I could give the perfect description, it would be bittersweet, because I started wearing what I want. I started experimenting with makeup. I started just feeling myself and feeling like I'm getting somewhere, because growing up, like, I never even understood why people would say, okay, boys and girls that way, and they put me in the boys line, and I'm like, and you know, I'm like, I don't belong here. Definitely I don't. There's something going on here. It kind of felt like being born in the wrong body, a soul. Literally, that's what trans being feels like. And what happens? Men get married, women get married, everybody pretends until they reach a certain age and a certain gap, and then the lid pops off and it's too late. Because you've had kids, your whole life is a disappointment then. And that's what I don't want it to be. That's why I'm coming forward now and being honest, because I should follow my own example. I don't want to build my empire and then at the end of it, where's your roots? Like, who are you? Where did you come from? And that's what I'm trying to focus on. It's time to put Ireland on the map as well. We're such a country filled with so much talent. We're filled with so much diversity and variety that it's time for people to up the game, because for so long, there's been no real artist that's broken out. Everybody takes it to a certain level and they stop. They don't keep going. And people keep saying, oh, you need to move to London. You need to move to America to make it. I'm like, no, this country, I'm going to do here now. We have record labels. We have what we need here. It's just because nobody has did it before. And I will be the first one to do it. I will.